very beginning of the evening since we changed the streaming time. We'll see if this works better for people. And also see if this is something I want to keep doing this time, I mean. Starting up GOG right now. I have my Book of Unwritten Tales. All those games are through GOG, so I'm loading that right now since Steam was for the last couple of games, Vampire as well as Still Life. All right. Change this to this. Hey, Fofox, welcome. Glad you were able to make it, or at least stop by to say hello. Now, are you going to be here? I don't. It doesn't matter to me ultimately, but are you going to be here throughout the stream, or are you just stopping by to say hi, but you're busy with other stuff? I'm trying to figure out what the best time is going to be for everybody generally going forward. So, if I can get at least one person on the stream, that's ideal. So I have some interaction. But okay, cool. Yeah, last Sunday. So I don't know. It's like on the weekends. Maybe it's just because I do so much during the week or something. But it's like I burn out, and then not totally, but I burn out to a point where on the weekends I don't exactly get sick, but I kind of don't feel great sometimes. Not every weekend. Most weekends are fine, but sometimes on a weekend I'll just kind of be lower energy and not really. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I am kind of in the same situation. I was potentially going to do something with my brother today over Zoom or Skype or something, but I'm not feeling up to it. I am feeling up to doing this enough. Like I feel better, but earlier I was not feeling well, so. Are you more or less caught up, or I haven't played too much of this game altogether, so I can summarize some of it if you'd like, if it would be helpful. Lock myself in. I don't know why I would ever do that. Maybe later I need to for some reason, but I don't know. Yeah, I looked at that before. Sugar in the pan. I don't remember what he said about it, but I need something else, to do something else or whatever.
There's a lump of golden brown caramelized sugar in the pan. I'm certainly not going to touch that with my bare hands.
Alright. Oh, so he just wants, like, a container or something to put it in. I see. Yeah, I'm actually a little bit... not super bad, but I'm a little bit kind of leaning in the direction of falling asleep myself. It's not as bad as it would be on, say, my Halo stream, but so we need something to put that sugar in, presumably.
Up here, being able to knit probably isn't quite as pointless as it is elsewhere. I can imagine there's a market for warm socks and scarves. I'm not cold, but there's a loose thread here. I'll take that. Let's call it pure malice.
So he's gonna unravel the whole thing, or he just took a loose thread off of it. Nah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if other people maybe feel that way or not, but I don't have a problem with it. I also don't know where you last were able to watch, if anything. So if you've not watched the series at all, then there is a decent amount of stuff that's happened. But I'll do a really brief summary. Okay, I won't get into any weeds really, but I'll give you a really brief summary. So this is Nate from the first game. He won in a game of poker an airship. The result of that was that the guy he bet against, the guy he won it from, sent a bounty hunter after him to get his ship back. The bounty hunter's the same one that was in the first game, Mazaz. Through the course of cleverness and trickery and stuff, we were able to get Mazaz off. She had her ship and she boarded ours. So with a trickery, we were able to get her off of the airship. But we weren't paying enough attention, so we turned around just in time to see our airship collide with a very large mountain. Or, it's not a mountain. I guess they're like floating islands of ice. Fantasy, right? So obviously. So these are giant floating islands of ice. So we crashed into one of those. Crash landed. In the course of that, we found ourselves hanging upside down in here. This guy here is an older scientist, I think. But he's a little bit touched in the head. I think he has dual personality disorder or something. Or some variant of that. Anyway, so right now he thinks he's the old guy, which is what he is. The other half of the time, he thinks he's the Yeti. That's why he's dressed in this Yeti costume, apparently. So, while he was a Yeti, we were upside down here, and he was preparing dinner to cook us. And then when he's like this human, then he's no longer trying to cook us in the pot. Anyway. Okay, well, I'm catching up on this one, hopefully, some, at least. And then, Critter. Do you remember Critter from the first game? He's Nate's sidekick. So, Critter apparently is from a race of aliens. There's an alien ship. Yeah, this is a costume that the old guy's wearing. Yeah, Cornelius is wearing. But because Cornelius is a little bit touched in the head, if he gets smacked, like if he falls and smacks his head on the floor or something, then he'll switch personalities and he'll go to Yeti. The head of the costume will fall, and then he thinks he's a Yeti. But then if he gets knocked in the head again, then he kind of lifts up the costume or whatever, and then he's Cornelius again. So it's kind of funny, yeah. Anyway, so Critter is from a race of aliens, apparently. So, and he's down here. We've met now. We had not met yet until just now. Whoa, lag. Hi.
You have your hideout back there? Whew, why not? It can hardly get worse.
Wow. There's actually a fair amount of lag.
Does all this junk belong to you and your people? Do you know how to use it? I mean, could you maybe repair an airship? Okay, here's the plan. You help me to repair the Mary before Zazzy shows up, and then of course I'll help you somehow too, alright? No idea. Do you have something like a leader? Take me to your leader.
He just like points inside. So I'm gonna, okay. So let me pause for a second here. I'm going to try to kill a process or two. I wouldn't think that I'd have all that much lag, but it seems like there's a fair amount for some reason. We'll kill that. Kill this. That's actually probably a huge amount of it. A separate browser I had open, and then also my video editing software. It wasn't actually rendering any videos for YouTube or anything, but it was open, and so probably taking memory. I think we're probably okay now. Let's try that and see if that fixes it. Okay. Okay. Yep, so this is an alien spaceship, and he and his other people are inside. And they had made a deal with, I don't remember his name. You remember the not the ultimate one that was on the throne, but the kind of general goblin guy or orc guy that was going out trying to, with his armies and stuff, and trying to get the ring that they had in the first game. So this is a prequel to the first game, right? So he has made a deal with the leader of these aliens, in exchange for which the aliens will take off. Well, obviously he's welched on his deal. And so now these guys are stuck here for now. Anyway, so that's kind of the summary of those things. There's some other things here and there, and I could briefly explain them if we run into them and it doesn't make sense. But that's more or less what's going on. So these guys, so he's not just some random critter. He's from an alien species who are here. I assume he gets stranded or something because you don't have, but maybe he just likes Nate enough he travels with him in the first game then. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the intro of how these two met. So while Nate was hanging upside down, Critter came, then the Cornelius switch happened. Nate got free, but then Cornelius got hit again and went back to Yeti mode. So Nate was kind of hiding in a prison cell or whatever so that he wouldn't get killed by the Yeti, right? He wouldn't get eaten by the Yeti. Sorry, he was in the pot of soup getting prepared. Anyway, and then Critter, through the course of stuff, basically freed Nate and got Cornelius switched back. So that's basically where we are. So these guys cannot take off because the orc guy cheated them. Nate can't take off currently because his airship has crashed. So they're both kind of stranded, and they've met through the course of that cave where Cornelius is. So, yeah, I know, Critter's really cute. Yeah, obviously, it's not junk to them, exactly. Yeah, did you see on Discord the list of games that I'm almost 100% gonna be doing on
Your leader is in there?
Halloween?
How does it open?
Who there? What want?
I need help with my airship. It crashed out there on the ice sheet.
Human, help!
We cannot spare anyone. We have to prepare for Munkus's return.
Munkus is his name.
Hello? Munkus? The son of the Archwitch Mortroga?
What do you know about him?
I met him a couple of times when it couldn't be avoided. What's your business with Munkus?
He stole something from us. Our heart.
Well, there's no accounting for taste.
It's an important part of our machine. Without the heart, we have no energy and are stuck here.
He stole our heart, so Nate was interpreting it as they fell in love with him. That's funny. Yeah, Nate had been in a pot of soup previously. In that pot of soup, to the right of Cornelius in that cave. He's not anymore, obviously. He got freed through the course of stuff, so.
I've never seen creatures like you before.
If we had fulfilled our mission, that would not have changed.
Your mission?
We are scientists, explorers. We boldly go where no one has gone before.
You hit the bullseye with the Northlands, eh? How did you get here? Where's your ship?
I have already said too much. We should not have made contact with anyone. Observation. That was our mission.
My airship is still a wreck. I have no tools, I have no spare parts, I have no experience in airship repair. And on top of everything else, there's a bounty hunter after me who I maybe shouldn't have ticked off quite so badly. I really need help.
I am sorry, human. But my crew and I have been stuck here for 2 years and can expect no help from home. If we do not have the heart by tomorrow evening, we will have to wait another year for a window to travel. And I will most likely not survive another year.
We make it. Don't worry.
Yeah, that female voice coming over the intercom, she's the daughter of the leader. So the leader's the old guy talking. She's the leader's daughter, and she and Critter sort of like each other. Critter a lot more than she, although they sort of like each other. She's got Princess Leia buns on the side of her head. Anyway, and yeah, so that's who those guys are. Anyway,
I could help you with your problem with Munkus if you help me to repair the Mary.
So far, we have only met 2 humans. One runs around in a Yeti costume and is eager to catch himself. The other is Petra. We do not have great trust in the human race.
We aren't all like those two. I could help you get your heart back.
Munkus has it in his submarine. What makes you think you could get it back?
So Petra is a girl out on the ice. We kind of went past her, didn't really go to where she was. She's basically, what do you call it? She's a character meant to be a spoof on PETA. She's all about animal rights and all that kind of stuff, but she's pretty ridiculous and also a little bit out of her noggin too. So Petra, it actually, her sign even says, it says PETA, but then there's a little R right after the T. Yeah, so there's that too. So those are the 2 humans they met. They met Petra, the PETA psycho girl, and then Cornelius, the crazy dual personality guy. I think this one probably.
I'm good with words. I could sell a refrigerator to a Northman.
You know what a refrigerator is?
Nope, but I could sell it anyway.
That doesn't convince me. You are not good with words.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You can't talk Munkus into returning our heart.
Yes, I can. I'm good with words. I could sell a refrigerator to a Northman.
You know what a refrigerator
Oh,
is?
so it's the same.
Yes, I am.
No, you're
Yes,
not.
I am.
So it's the same.
Yes, I can.
So I guess I have to choose something else.
Munkus won't even notice I've stolen your heart from him. I'm a skilled thief.
Indeed. That would be a possibility. As soon as we have the heart, we need less than an hour to begin our journey.
Well, then let's do it. Repair my ship, and then I'll bring you the heart.
Not so fast. We place ourselves in great danger if we oppose Munkus. You must first prove that you really are a master thief.
Could these eyes lie?
Go to the human woman Petra. She appears to have stolen an important antenna from us. Bring us the antenna as proof of your abilities. Then we shall see.
But...
Hurry! Time is of the essence.
all right, it's probably my only chance.
You stay here, boy. The human must prove his skills alone. Come in and bring me my medicinal brandy.
Medicinal brandy? Sure. I'm sure the brandy is just for medical reasons. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, did you see that? To get power, Critter grabbed this penguin that was always running and put him on the treadmill. So it's powering this. This was, previously, it's turned off now, but this was making this light go, which made like sparkles on the wall that the girl, the Princess Leia critter wanted or liked. Anyway, this is hilarious. I love this little guy. Alright. Ah, she stole this antenna. Wow. We're going to have to get her signed from her? Okay. I'll have to talk to her at least first.
You're bothering the animals.
Do you like something to eat?
What are my choices?
Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. I've got a sandwich here. I'll give it to you if you give me your protest sign.
Typical human. You don't do anything that's not in your own interest.
Even an animal wouldn't give something to another without gaining something.
Only because we anthropomorphize animals.
I'm not going to just give you the sandwich.
Then forget it.
Would you like something to eat?
What are my choices?
Oh, it's all that
Yes
again?
or no?
Yes.
All right. Even
Only because
Alright, so it's all the same thing again. Okay,
I've got to go.
Okay, but don't forget that every earthworm you rescue makes a difference.
I rather doubt that.
see, it's PETA, but then there's a
true.
little R right
The
here.
sob of an
Right by the
earthworm here
T,
in the
there's an
Northlands
R.
can trigger a typhoon in the South Sea. I call it the Petra effect.
It's okay. Instead of the butterfly effect, it's the Petra effect. I get it. Okay, sure. Let's do this. Can I combine these? No. Also, no. Yes. Oh, there we go. Horseshoe with the thread. Oh. Okay, so we need something else, probably. I would assume. We need some way to get her to get her to want the sandwich. I thought we were going to tie the string to the sandwich and drag the sandwich. She'd head after it, but I guess that doesn't make sense. Because they'd be doing effectively the same thing they did in the first game. Because that's what we did with the Etten, the two-headed giant or two-headed ogre in the first game, was we tricked them by dragging food. So probably don't use the same trick twice. Yeah, we have this vegetarian sandwich right here. We got it from Cornelius, actually.
Broken planks, destroyed propellers, and the engine must have been damaged too. I should seriously consider leaving the old lady here, if I can find another means of getting away. If Mezaz shows up before the old girl is ready to fly, I'm done for.
Alright. Oh. So he can... So we were able to interact with this earlier, and then for a time we were not, but I guess we can now.
It looks like somebody cut a hole in the ice to go fishing.
Yeah, so I need something else to put, like, over this, or to put inside it, maybe? Back to the cave. See if... A lot of this stuff here was stuff you used to distract the Yeti. You'd have, like, we'd come over here and hide, and the Yeti'd run over here, look to see if something's up, and then come back. Things like that. No. we use this reflective surface to confuse the Yeti. The Yeti looked at, that's how he actually switched his personality back to Cornelius. He saw this and was like, "Rawr," because he saw another Yeti, and so he thought his authority was being challenged or whatever. So he got aggressive and he ran into the wall and knocked himself out. When he came to, he was Cornelius again. Never been ice fishing? Ice fishing is freaking cold. Ice fishing is so cold. It is. Just imagine normal fishing where you're sitting there for potentially, I mean, it depends. If fish are currently, active, that's different. But a lot of times when you're fishing, you go out in a rowboat or something, or if you do like, if like you do, what do you call it? Fly fishing, right? Or whatever. No, not fly fishing. What is it called? Anyway, but when you cast your line, and like if you're fishing a river or something, right? You'll wade out into the river and cast your line, but then you have to wait for a certain amount of time until fish show up. Or like on a lake, if you're in a rowboat, you have to wait a certain amount of time for fish to show up, depending. But sometimes on some trips, you might actually be waiting at least an hour, sometimes multiple hours. So, I mean, it's the same thing when you ice fish. You might have to wait for a long time. Now, if you just imagine waiting in the cold for all that time. Actually, I don't think the fish really feel the cold that much, if at all, because when they live in that kind of an environment, they have extra fat and stuff to keep their heat inside. So I actually don't think they're all that effective. Plus, fish don't just swim a little bit and then sit and then not move for like an hour or something. They're swimming all the time, right? So they're building up heat with their movement. So I honestly don't think fish are all that cold. I mean, when you pull them out of the water, obviously they're going to feel cold on the outside because was in contact with the really cold water. But on the inside, I think they're fine. I don't think they're cold at all, actually. Or very much, even, at least. I mean, I'm not a fish, obviously. I don't know for sure. But I would assume, with all the insulation they've got and stuff, I assume they're not really feeling very cold.
It's impossible to top the Yeti nightline. So I'm not going to say anything else.
Yeah. Because he was basically he was hanging upside down, and this was kind of like Luke's lightsaber on Hoth. And so he was saying the Yeti, like, it basically was like Jedi Knights, but it was Yeti Knights. So he made a little joke earlier. I was hoping we could grab it, but I guess we're not gonna. What if there's anything more to ask Cornelius? I don't know. Maybe not. There might not be, though.
Hey, Cornelius!
Oh, hello.
That animal rights activist out there?
No, don't mention her, please.
What can you tell me about her?
Not much. A radical, a mad woman, sabotaged my Yeti traps because she wanted to prevent me from catching the Yeti. She says that no one should lock up an animal and that she hopes the Yeti throws me into an icy crevasse.
She loves animals.
People like her stand in the way of progress. Look how far we have come. We have machines that are deadlier than magic spells. We have devices that we didn't even know we needed 10 years ago. Without modern science, we would still be living in caves.
You are living in a
If
cave.
you say so.
You're living in a cave, you realize, right, Cornelius? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like penguins, where they have the extra insulation against the cold. And like I said, movement is a lot too, right? Motion produces heat. And so, because fish are swimming all the time, they're warming themselves on the inside too. So I think they've developed, they produce enough heat on the inside, and then that heat is prevented from dissipating quite as quickly because of the insulation. So I think the fish are fine. Yeah, I don't like being cold or hot either. I like a nice moderate temperature.
Do you know those critters that live behind the big cliff?
Oh, yes. Astonishing creatures. They seem to be quite advanced technologically. And they have unusual physical abilities. They can make themselves very thin. It seems as if they have no bones in their bodies.
What sort of creatures are they?
Perhaps a penguin mutation.
It's possible. I always found it suspicious that penguins live in the snow but don't have fur. Goodbye, Cornelius. Try not to fall on your head.
Okay.
Because he has no idea that falling on his head is a problem. Okay, so I've asked him about that, but not gotten anything farther. So there might not be something here. I might need to get something from their junk, quote-unquote, junk pile out there or whatever. This doesn't say look in here. It says lock yourself in. That's the thing that I'm like, I don't want to lock myself in. So I think probably not. Okay. So maybe we go back to the critters. Well, just outside of the critters ship and see if there's something around here to use.
A treadmill with a penguin in really good shape. And this device generates some sort of energy.
All right, give me just one second. I'm gonna turn on my fan. For some reason, overall, it feels fine, but wearing my hat, it's a little bit warmer now, so turn on the fan to keep me a little bit cooler. It's not even hot generally either, but it's just enough, I guess. I mean, in fairness, you lose a lot of heat from your head, and so the hat holds that in, which makes me stay hotter than I would otherwise. Yeah. I don't know. The penguin was running on his own anyway. I mean, he was just running all over the place on his own. So he probably just wants to run. So I would guess the penguin actually is having fun. Yeah, your fan's on too, yeah. Yep. It's like it's just warm enough to need a fan, but not so warm that you're dying from heat or something. So that's the thing. I mean, that's nice that you don't, you know. Oh, look at the metal plate. Okay, let's look at this.
The metal plate looks rather heavy. It's sunk into the snow.
Oh. Oh. So it looks like we'll probably be able to remove it at some point, maybe, but not right now. That's also the metal plate. Yeah, I know, Nate. You don't need to look at me like, are you going to do something? I'm trying to figure something out. Calm down. I do actually like that the game has that. Like, if you take long enough or whatever, then the character will look at you like, are you going to do something? Or are you just going to hang around here for whatever reason? Oh. This is new. Oh, it's a critter baby. Oh, wow.
Oh, isn't he cute?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa, what was that?
My youngest.
Is he okay? His voice.
Born here. Talk good.
Yeah, he does, but his voice is a little, how shall I put it, unusual.
Well, my little friend, do you want to watch the penguins with me?
Repeats everything.
He repeats everything he's heard, and in the voice he heard it in, and in the voice he heard it in. Fascinating. Fascinating.
He darling.
And now back to the game.
Interesting.
Gucci Gucci Goo. That sent a shiver down my spine. Do you understand what you're saying?
There's nothing to laugh about, my little friend.
Ah, you don't.
Well, my little friend, do you want to watch the penguins with me?
Okay. What is something? Wait, I was getting a magnifying glass. What was over here?
That's another critter.
Okay, that's the critter. That's why it kept disappearing also, because he's moving. So as it gets close to him, then it activates, but otherwise.
A fan. It pushes cool Northland's air into the mountain.
Wait, what? Oh, he's thinking this is the mountain. So it's pushing this air into, but it's into their ship. Yeah. Okay, I got it. I was confused. I was like, wait, what? Why does the mountain need air pushed into what? That makes more sense now. If you have that perspective that it's not actually mounted to their ship. I wasn't thinking that he was referring to the ship as the mountain, though, initially.
A furball is sitting somewhere in this sanctuary and talking to me through a pipe, even though I may be dozens of yards away. It's impressive how far modern telecommunications have come. Almost frightening.
Okay, no worries. Metal plate. Oh, look at the barrel now.
A large metal barrel. It's filled with a foul-smelling dye. A metal spring, really strong.
Let me pause this for a second. Grab back. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Sorry, I had to use little Wrangler's room. Nope. I just had to go to the bathroom. Sorry. Sorry. I'm not showing any problems. I show 0% drop frames. Like, actually, the 0 is the number of drop frames. So, should be okay. I was just gone for a second to go to the bathroom. Sorry about that. Okay, so we looked at this barrel and saw that there was foul-smelling dye in there, and then we also had a spring here that we pulled from the junk pile. Other than that, I haven't really done much more since you stepped away because you were locking up. So, yeah, that's the barrel again. Let's go this way. Maybe there's something more over here to get. There's the metal plate, but we can't really lift it. We would need, I assume, something like a pry bar or something. I think it's this big thing here is the metal plate. Initially, I thought it was this was being buried under the snow, but I think it's this. But a large amount of it is under the snow, so we can't grab it right now. Attach the spring to the plate? Oh, okay. I was thinking maybe put it under and then it would lift or something.
One end of the spring through the grommets. The spring is now firmly connected to the metal plate. If I had a little painted hippogriff, we could all have a lot of fun.
Because it's one of those toys, the rocking toys. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I mean, I've had that with my PC before where I had to restart because everything was just a problem.
Okay.
And
it could work. I compressed the spring and locked down the contraption with the horseshoe. The whole thing is under a lot of tension. If I pull hard on the thread, I'll remove the horseshoe and trigger the catapult. I'd better not test it. It was a lot of work building that.
Sure it was. You say so.
What could I use the dye for? Probably for nothing.
The dye is useful for anyone but me. Yeah, they make a lot of pop culture references in these games. So presumably, if you've seen all the different pop culture things that they reference, then it's probably a lot more enjoyable. And if he happens to reference things you've not seen or not experienced or listened to or whatever, then you probably is a lot less enjoyable, I would guess.
I could build a fishing rod out of several components and catch me something to eat. Oh, that would be tons of fun. Not.
He looks at me like, you're an idiot. I wouldn't worry about it. I think you're fine. I mean, this thing, I don't think there's anything else in here, so I don't know. What am I going to, like, fling or whatever? This was a paint can earlier, but we can't, obviously can't interact with it now, so we're not going to use that. Sugar in the pan. Maybe I just want the pan or so, I don't know. You could grab the bones and then you could put them, show them to Petra, and Petra would freak out. But you can't grab them. Yeah, I'm excited for a lot of the games for Halloween, though. So what do I need to do? I have no idea. I'm playing this blind, right? So I don't know. I've not played this before. I'm not sure. What I need to do somehow is figure out some way of getting... Well, first of all, I figure out how to get Petra's antenna from her, and which is what she's got her sign attached to. I have to get the antenna from her and then take that to the critters in the ship. That's the first task, if that's what you're asking. But how to do that is still a question. I already asked her about the sandwich, and she's not willing to, she's not willing to switch yet, at least. So, I don't know. Let's do this.
There's no reason to do that right now.
Okay.
But if Cornelia should slip again and turn into the Yeti, I could go there for protection.
I figured since I hadn't done it, I might as well do it, even though I was thinking probably we wouldn't want to lock ourselves in right now. None of the stuff like tools or... I've already looked through all this stuff earlier, so... I can't grab the penguin. I already tried, actually. But see, it won't let me interact with the penguin. I can look at the machine, but that's all I can do in that way, too. Oh, look at the wooden chair. Didn't realize I could do that.
If
earlier.
this chair were on a beach on a tropical island and I had a mead in one hand and an almond-eyed beauty in the other, but the way it is, it's just a wet old chair in the middle of nowhere.
So I guess we're not doing anything further with the chair because it doesn't interact anymore. So he just commented on it and then we're done with that. Kind of like this over here. Ugh, man. Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble getting tired enough to go to sleep last night. Or I didn't have a little bit of trouble. I had a lot of trouble. I didn't get to sleep until like 5 in the morning. Then I slept till like noon, but obviously that's garbage sleep because I stayed up way too late. But I could, my brain just kept going. I couldn't sleep, so happens sometimes. And now, not huge amount, but now it's starting to hit me a little bit. All of this, see, before these were like wires were separate and stuff, but all of this is now just the machine. So I guess I don't do anything with those. Oh, give the sandwich to the baby critter.
The kid looks pretty well fed to me. I can probably use the sandwich better somewhere else. The kid looks pretty well fed.
All right. All right, maybe I try to hand it to Petra. Rather than talking about it, maybe I just hand it to her. Well, kind of. Do this and then...
Would you like something to eat?
What are my choices?
Yes or no?
Oh. So it's the same as when we
Alright.
talked to her earlier.
I'm not.
Alright, never mind then. So it's the same as the normal discussion. Let's see if there are any other dialogue
Hi.
options, although I don't think there will be.
You're bothering.
I would love to help you in your work and protest back there,
Excellent.
but I would need the sign.
Do you think anyone could have a protest sign?
Yes?
That has to be earned.
Nope, not really.
What do I have to do?
You must meet 3 conditions to earn the right to carry a Petra sign. First, you can't eat any meat or use any animal products. Second, you must donate all your worldly goods to the good cause. That means you have to give it to Petra. Third, you have to...
Thanks, that's enough.
So that didn't work either. Wait,
I
what?
really need your protest sign.
The animals need it more. As long as I'm here, I will carry it with pride.
Not a chance. I have to get rid of her.
Have her fall in the ice. Maybe.
I've got to go.
Try not to step on any plants when you leave.
Why? I thought you were protecting animals, not plants. Cornelius gave it to us. Maybe we give it back to him? Probably not. That seems weird, but maybe. No. Nope. Well, I can't. I mean, I wasn't able to interact with him at all, so I assume. But I can try and see. Right after the stream started. This stream or the, like, one earlier? Yeah, have her fall in the hole. But I don't know how I could do that because it won't let me... Would you stop? Let me click this sandwich there. Now, see, it has to be... You have this... See how the arrowhead... Oh, last night, yeah. Okay, I'm pointing on the machine, right? See how it's kind of a tan color? Then when I go over the machine, it kind of goes this orange color. That tells you can interact with something. Is when it's like orange like that, okay? So if I go here, it stays tan, so no interaction. And if I grab the sandwich, see it also I can grab the sandwich, it turns orange when I try to interact with that. So I grab the sandwich and then don't get any further changing color here. So I would not be able to give this to him because I'd need to have an orange here to interact with it. That's how that mechanic works. And then the icon next to it, so like here you have the arrow and you have the wrench. The icon next to it tells you what kind of thing you could do with it. So if it's a wrench, it usually means you could use it on something or mix it with something. Something like that, okay? And then this with a magnifying glass is just, you can examine it. So...
I compressed the spring and locked down the contraption with the horseshoe. The whole thing is under a lot of tension.
That's still just the other critter, like the adult critter. The adult critter.
What are the critters hiding in this cave? If even somebody like Munkus is after it, it must be incredibly valuable. Hello?
Speak, human.
See you later.
He just coughs. He's like, well, that was a waste of time. Thanks. You're kind of a jerk. Bird, 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 bird. Yeah, I was thinking of maybe somehow getting her to think that the fish down in this hole are in trouble. Or something like that. So that she can come over, oh no, blah, blah, blah. And then you push her. She goes in the water. Free, she comes out as like a big block of ice, right? And then you go get her sign or something. But I don't know if that's actually going to be a thing. For now, I for sure have not figured out a way to lure her over to the ice hole. Sandwich will not interact with it. It's the tan color, not the orange color like now, so... Okay, that's back in here. And then over here, it just goes up there.
Well, little guy?
Out of radio range. Help not come.
Not easy for you here, is it? Nobody else your age, far from home. He repeats everything he's heard? And in the voice he heard it in? See you later, kid. Ew. For me?
Oh, something new.
Thanks.
And now back to the game.
Now back to the game, huh? I see. Yeah, I don't actually know if you could do that. It looks like the only interaction with the critter baby is to talk to him. So I'm not actually sure. Take the lump of sugar out of the pan with a screwdriver. Okay.
There's a lump of golden brown caramelized sugar in the pan. I'm certainly not going to touch that with my bare hands.
Pretty sure I did the screwdriver, but okay. There we go.
Let's see. I wound the sticky mass of sugar around the screwdriver. Sugar on a stick, so to speak.
I wonder if that'll get fish now. And then if that gets fish, then maybe we can take somehow draw Petra over there. Maybe not. Maybe we do that with the baby critter. Like you said, the baby critter's cute. Maybe I can get the baby critter to follow if I have the sticky mass of sugar on the screwdriver. Okay. I'm getting close to caught up on the vampire stuff, like getting the descriptions and thumbnails. I'm almost there, and then I just have this series, which is only like 4 videos or something. So it's not all that much.
Would you like a lollipop?
No sweets.
No.
Put it on here. It'll attract the baby, and then I pull the string and catapult it out.
A voice in my head tells me that this is just not done. On the other hand, you're crazy if you listen to the voices in your head. The kid looks pretty well fed to me. I can probably use the sandwich better somewhere else. If I pull hard on the thread, I'll remove the horseshoe and trigger the catapult. I'd better not test it. It was a lot of...
Alright. So, this is something more we need to do, but not yet. Gosh, okay, what else do we need? What other components do we want? Oh, that's... Talk to it, then have it go over there. Now we can spring it.
Everything okay?
Sure, why wouldn't it be?
Okay.
The poor critter. But I'm sure they seem to be durable creatures with everything with critter in the first game. I'm sure it's fine. So that's apparently what you do, and then... And now I can take the critter baby.
Ooh, what have we here? A snow critter. That's how I like you.
Ah, that's cute. Oh, okay. Now we give this to Petra.
Something tells me that Petra might not like the fact that I flung a fluffy baby from a catapult. Just a guess.
Oh, well, in that case. can't put it in the water either. Okay. Show it to Cornelius, maybe?
Better not. Cornelius could mistake the little guy for a mini Yeti and do who knows what with him. Somebody doesn't like you, little guy. He's made himself comfortable between the slices of bread.
Now give the sandwich to her and maybe she'll freak out. I don't know. Okay.
I've got a really nice sandwich for you, completely without ulterior motives.
And without meat.
Of course.
All right.
She probably doesn't
Your
know
contribution
what.
to protecting the environment will be noted. What?
She probably doesn't know what ulterior
My
motives
secret
means.
ingredient,
Hello,
milady.
baby.
No offense, kid.
Gross her out. No, I didn't think she was gonna eat him. I figured something would happen. She'd discover it, and
Good old Petra forgot her protest sign.
I thought she'd
What
freak
a
out
shame.
and run away from fear, not from being grossed out. But good enough. All right, so now we just tell them we got your antenna for you.
Baby? Butter? You know?
What should I say? Children love butter. I got you the antenna.
Ah, good. Father? Human antenna.
That is good. So, you really are a master thief, human. Fetch our heart from the evil sorcerer ship, and our eternal thanks will be yours.
That may be, but after the theft, I have to get out of here as fast as I can. You have to repair my ship.
Make it so. I will have my best people work on it. I will send a partner to join you. I know he won't be much help to you, but he can give me a report.
He saved me from the Yeti, you know. He's a hero, and I'm sure he'll be very useful. Hot number. Your girlfriend?
Layla's her name, yeah.
Well, let's go. Don't get in my way, and we'll get along just fine.
Layla.
There we go. The idiots will repair my ship, and in a couple of hours I can fly off with the old girl to a happy ending. I'll have to keep busy until then. I just hope I don't run into Munkus.
So, well, thanks. I don't know. I just try to think outside the box sometimes, and sometimes it's not even thinking outside the box, just orienting my brain to think a different way. However, it would be that they would be thinking, the developers would be thinking.
That wasn't there before.
Nope, that's Munkus.
rather stay away from Munkus. But my hairy shadow will get suspicious if I don't do something about the submarine. Well then, let's scout the situation and get your heart back, shall we?
Critter's all excited. I don't know what that gesture was, but okay.
Miserable tin cans. I lived in Red Harbor for a while and was always afraid they'd come and get me at night. Luckily, they rattled so loud that I was warned and able to hide from them. Miserable tin, luckily.
All right. Enter the submarine. All of the wooden crates.
Some transport crates. Strange shapes.
Hey, hands off!
What? What's in there?
Secret stuff.
Secret stuff like?
Rockets, grenades, explosives. You know, secret stuff.
Rockets, grenades, explosives. One, if they're secret, why does he say it? But two, why would rockets, grenades, and explosives be secret stuff? It's dangerous stuff. It's weapons. It's not really secret. But okay, sure. If that's what we're going with, I guess.
A small canister. It could be filled with poison, salad oil, paint, or liquid curses. Cleaning solvent.
Cleaning solvent, okay. That's the, I guess that's maybe a lid or something. Also weapons crates, huh?
I prefer open airships to a metal coffin like that. Imagine the stink when a troop of orcs is on board.
Good call.
Submarines were only invented a few years ago. Somebody must have thought it wasn't enough to wage war on the land, in the air, and on the water. The guards aren't standing there for no reason. They might even be guarding the hatch. Just a thought.
Oh, whatever. They're not.
Penguins. Legend says they once circled majestically in the sky. Then something must have gone wrong. I don't see anything special. I mean, except for a ridiculous flightless bird. Penguins. Legend says and...
Ah, okay. So it's the same after that. Might need to switch to Critter. See if Critter can do some stuff, maybe. Focusing issue? Yeah. That can obviously be a problem. Whoa! It's funny. The penguin waved back. That's awesome. Bubble. 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 Wow, it's okay.
Halt! No admittance for your kind.
God. I guess that means they'll kill me. He said that before earlier in the game too, so I think that pretty sure that means like I'll get killed or whatever.
Okay, I'll take over.
Oh, is that what that means?
Hey, Critter. You take over.
So what's the second option on here then?
You can look pretty.
You can say that again.
You can look pretty good.
You can look pretty.
You can say.
Yeah, penguins are awesome.
Hey, Critter.
Yeah, and it's not done, but I think I definitely want to do all of those games if possible. Now, if some of them have not released yet, oh, that was another one that I forgot to add to it. I'm starting The Sinking City. I knew there was one I was planning on doing. The Sinking City is not on that list, but that's one I definitely want to do. I was trying to remember earlier, I was like, there's a game that I'm forgetting, I swear. It's The Sinking City. Yep, I'm going to do that also. The first part of it, obviously, not the full game. The full game might take almost the whole day. I don't know how long the game is total, so.
The way you tricked the Yeti was really impressive.
Look too.
I think you're a clever guy. Why doesn't your leader like you?
No.
Ah, I see. The age-old story. A young guy falls in love with the boss's daughter. Longing glances, you get to know each other, brush the snags out of each other's fur, and then her old man finds out. He'll figure out what he's got in you, and if he doesn't, then you grab the girl, and I'll take the two of you far away from here in the Mary. Preferably to where my beautiful elf princess is waiting for me. Nah, I haven't met one yet, but I'm sure that the first elf princess I meet won't be able to resist my charms.
Which we clearly see in the first game, because he finally does meet an elven princess, and she's like, I'm not impressed. I'm pretty sure she's a princess. Obviously, she's an archer, and she's like in the woodland gear, or what, like the leather, like the wood elf style or whatever. But I'm pretty sure she's a princess because she had like wasn't a butterfly, the bird. She had the bird would like she could not just communicate with them, but like it was like the bird was almost had an attitude like your majesty and stuff. I think she's a princess if I remember right. Okay, let's
You take over.
swap. See if there's something else that. But he doesn't even want to look at the weapons crates, so obviously we're not going to get anywhere with that. Ah, they're working on that.
The work on the Mary has started. Go for it, boys. My part of the bargain is as good as done.
Fill the canister with ice water. Let's try that. I'm sure that's going to be helpful.
Why not?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember if they... I don't think she was a druid, though.
Canister.
It didn't seem like she was a druid. It seemed more like she was a ranger type, like with a bow and stuff. I could be wrong, but I think she's like a ranger more. Although not like a Lord of the Rings ranger. She's more like a Dungeons and Dragons ranger type, I think. Let's examine this first, I guess.
The yellow label from the canister. It came off when I filled the canister with water. I think the label said cleaning solvent, and that hasn't changed just because the label isn't on there anymore.
Put this on the crates, maybe? No. No. We'll use the label at some point, clearly, but I don't know at what point. May not be yet. Critters were in the way here before, but it doesn't look like I can examine any of the other stuff either right now. I'll put this in the fan. No. This? No. Alright.
I'm not touching anything to do with magic.
It's not to do with magic, but that's fine. If you don't want to touch it, you don't want to touch it. Maybe we switch? Like, Nate can look at the weapons crate over here, but Critter cannot, so maybe Critter can see some stuff that Nate cannot. Critter has nothing on him, though.
Hello, dog. Hello, poop. Not now. First need overview.
Overview?
Hello, poop.
Yeah, it's pretty much kaput.
Hello, poop. Alles wordt cool.
But so see, like, Critter will look at the cage, but Nate will not. Nate will look at the weapons crate over here, but Critter will not. So, obviously, characters are important in different ways at different points, depending. No, I started to. That's why I shifted in my seat. I didn't fall asleep, but I definitely was starting to, yep. So I shifted. But you're right, I was starting to drift off, yep. Oh, Critter didn't come up here? Oh. I will. I mean, I only have like a little less than a half an hour left to stream today. That's fine. I'll be fine. This is what I was saying is last night I didn't sleep all that well, so I'm tired from that. It doesn't have to do with getting enough sleep. It's just the quality of sleep wasn't as good as it I would have liked it to have been, obviously. So how am I gonna use that with these guys? I assume this penguin is important at some point. Well, kinda, honestly. I mean, I wasn't partying, but that was the thing, was I was having trouble falling asleep last night. My brain was too active for too late, so I woke up. So I didn't fall asleep until like, I think I said this already, right? I didn't fall asleep until like 5 a.m. And then when I finally woke up, it was noon. So I got like 7 hours of sleep, but that's not, oh, look at the penguin. But that's not good sleep, right? Because I was awake too long. So even though I got 7 hours of sleep, it wasn't great sleep. Great quality sleep. Harshot Guerda, I guess, or something. Said use the barrel for something amusing. I click it and he goes, I know, bad idea, I guess, or something. Hmm? You like that, did you? So that's looking at the penguin again, whereas Nate looks at the machine. Interesting difference. Or whatever. So obviously he can potentially do something in here that Nate cannot, because Nate's not allowed inside right now. I don't know what he would do in here, but... Well, that's busted. That's not good. Poodle-a-poot. 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 There's the medicinal brandy, I assume. Glug glug.
No, Father! Father, more important.
Poodle-poot.
Hello.
Hola, Pip.
Very weak. Help back home.
Laten we nou boekloetje.
No dialogue options. I guess that's the end of that. Unless she says something more.
Hello.
Hola, Pip.
Very weak. Help back home.
Laten we nou boekloetje.
Now that's it. He says something, but don't know what it is. And we cannot take the brandy currently. Apparently. Which we probably will need at some point. So how can I distract her and or him so that I can grab the brandy? I assume I'm supposed to grab it at some point.
Poodle-poot.
He has nothing on him currently, so I don't know. That's the leader still. Yeah. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be okay. One way or another, I'll be okay. Isn't the first time I've been tired during the course of a day. He didn't want to look at the fan now. I don't know. I wonder, actually, if he goes back out, maybe he goes up to the cave and maybe he can find something different than what Nate found?
Oh, my grass look grown. Later.
Yes, I know you. You refused to help me in my hunt for the Yeti.
Huh?
I needed you as a local guide, but you just went away. You fairies are all in cahoots, aren't you?
Chip chip.
Yes, if I were a bird, I wouldn't need a guide. But this whole discussion seems rather pointless to me.
I'm making you yawn. Don't blame me for your own fatigue. Just kidding. I don't know. No, you don't want to lock yourself in either, huh? Alright. Doesn't really look like there's anything in here for him to do with this stuff. Oh, I will. Well, that's okay. I will try to get some sleep. Don't worry about it. It's fine. That's entering also. I'm kind of out of ideas right now. I'm not thinking... Oh, wait. No, that's back to the ice sheet, yeah. I'm not sure. Cleaning solvent. I don't think he can go inside right now. They'll want him to get the heart before he's allowed inside the ship, if he ever is, I think. Well, like I said, yeah, I will be adding more. And like I said, one for sure that I did not include. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I just couldn't think of it yesterday when I was throwing it together. The ones that I for sure wanted to do. So one that I am for sure adding to the list will be sinking city. Beyond that, I don't know for sure yet. I'm going to have to look through. There's some games in previous years that I started playing or whatever, and I didn't finish. There are also some games, some newer games that have come out since then that maybe I want to do. So just have to wait and see, I guess.
What are the critters hiding in this cave?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll save it here. I'm not thinking of anything new. I think I'm just running in circles at this point. We will call that for today, I think. So, thanks for hanging out with me, even though I was a little bit falling asleep. But we made it. I didn't totally fall asleep. I just started nod off and then recovered. That'll do it for today. So I'll jump on Discord. I'm going to add, like I said, I'm going to add that list, or add the Sinking City to the list, and then I'll add some more stuff. And I'm also, because we're the latter half of September now, so I'm going to start putting together my preview video, my announcement video for the stream as well. So that'll happen soon, and I hope to have more videos for Last of Us 2 and all the other stuff up as well soon. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.
Poor spider.
This freaking boy. Oh, that's so sad.